Is this a good angle? Yeah, it's fine. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Time of the Whovians United. Today we thought we would do top 10 worst Doctor Who villains of all time. To my surprise, nobody has done this type of video. Actually, the quite opposite, top 10 best villains of all time. So I thought, why not be original and make this video? So today I'm not alone, I'm with another Time of the Whovians United member. Introduce yourself.
Hello, it's me, it's Farron, the Andrew Garfield wannabe. I'm also here.
We are with a special guest today. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Sam and I do reviews on YouTube, or I review currently because I've got one video up, but yeah, that's me.
Wicked. Remember, this isn't the right list, this is just our list, so make sure to write down in the comments below your list. Alright, let's get into the video. On the Fear it says the villain of it is the father, though Isolus exists, and the drawing doesn't do any harm to anyone, so why should we be scared of it?
Well, the scribble monster does harm. It attacks Billy Piper.
I mean, for like a second and then it's easily disarmed.
Yeah, but like it doesn't really do anything. It just kind of hovers over her, which is quite weird.
And how does it have control of just closing doors, and what would Chloe's father do when he's down there? Would he just
beat the shit out of her?
You get in your fucking house and you get me 5 Adderall, or I'll slit your fucking throat. You understand?
Anyway, my number 10 is, of course, the Remnants from everybody's favourite episode, The Ghost Monument.
We did a video on that, Farron. We rewrote the story.
We did do a video on it about over a year ago. Wow, that's weird. I don't really know what else to say about the Remnants. They're there for 2 seconds, and then they blow up. And Chris Chibnall's like, angry cloth. Good concept, you know? Like, how original.
Well, that was when they were trying to set the Stenza up as being a bit more of a menace, weren't they? And then that was it. It was just dropped for the rest of the series.
Yeah. What was the whole link with them and the Stenza again? Were they, like, made by the Stenza?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just made them as a weapon or something, and then you think, oh, the Stenza might be a, series arc, and then they're not. It's just completely dropped after that. Yeah, it was a wank. And
then they randomly know the Timeless Child for some reason.
Oh, yes! God, that's weird. They were just like, the Timeless Child, and I'm like, how do you know about that? It's a bit strange.
It's a bit of fabric.
I mean, bits of fabric, I've never known anything more terrifying. Shook me to my very core, the Ghost Monument did.
I put the mighty JAGRAFESS, not because I hate it, just because, because it's quite unbelievable.
Oh yeah, because time travel's believable.
Well, one, the design is pretty boring. It's just a bit of an inside-out shark slug thing stuck to the wall, and then it's just, this thing supposedly has control and, enslavement over humanity. How?
Let's be real, that's not the weirdest thing this ridiculous show has ever done.
Okay, it's not the weirdest thing, but it's just a bland monster that a bland monster in a bland episode. Yeah, the CGI is fine, but
I do get it. It is just kind of scary monster for the sake of scary monster, and it is a bit unnecessary.
Like I said, I don't hate it, I don't mind it. It's not like every time I click the episode, I'm like, oh, bloody JAGRAFESS. It's just pretty unimpressive compared to the rest of the Rogue Gallery. And like I said, I can't believe this thing actually has a hold on humanity's balls, essentially.
I think, to me, he's such a potential, interesting character with a unique motivation, and he wants to make his mum proud. It's kind of sidelined with the Master. Like, the Master, if you didn't have...
Wait, doesn't he kill his mum in that episode?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, that one came out of nowhere as well. Just like, oh, this guy's evil. What should we do? Oh, well, if he kills his mum, it'll make everyone scared of him. No.
and he just runs off as a coward, and with no consequences. Like,
yeah, what happens to him?
He just runs out of the room and like, okay, bye, never return. Bye.
What if he returns in another New Year's special, like Jack did?
No. He's good character, good cat. No, he's shit. But he is just the most, like, generic, unoriginal, like, just, weird villain. He's just like, what's the point of you being in this episode. Like, I think I'm more talking about him in Arachnids in the UK, but also he's marginally better in Revolution of the Daleks. It's just really strange. Like, they try and play off like his Donald Trumpness, we'll call it. Like, wow, look how ridiculous Donald Trump is. And I completely agree, Donald Trump's a dickhead. This was just like, it was such a weird choice. You know, like, and he served no relevance, and it was just like a weird caricature of that orange guy, you know, and it's just kind of, I don't really know what else to say about him, like, because he's just so bland. It's just a weird, he's just really terrible. Oh god, I forgot about her.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I mean, first of all, she was just, even, you know, before she became the Cyber King, she was just this generic evil woman who doesn't like men.
I don't like it when Doctor Who just, like, has, you know, generically evil human beings just for the point of them being evil.
Yeah, and she didn't need to be there either. Like, and for some reason she was in league with the Cybermen. Okay. Well, I read the Bible. I did my research on this to look up the behind the scenes of this character, and the Cybermen, you know, they just escaped the void and they found Miss Hartigan, and they was like, okay, we'll just employ her. I mean, obviously, ultimately she becomes the Cyber King, which I'm just going to get to, but I just don't understand why the Cybermen would just willingly go, yeah, you know what, she's okay.
Yeah, yeah, that lady, the red dress with the umbrella, yeah, her, cool.
Yeah, it's like, I like your dress, essentially.
Yeah, just... the Cybermen learn flirting, like, it just...
And then she just becomes the Cyber King in the last 15 minutes or whatever of the episode, and she's terrible. Like, for some...
Also, how did they build the Cyber King? Because it is almost like, it towers over buildings. How did nobody notice it?
How did they do it without people knowing? Yeah, I never thought of that. But then also, Miss Hartigan somehow, like, her mind is supposedly superior to the cyber technology. And this is when Cybermen just started becoming really, like, downplayed villains. Like, you can destroy them with love and stuff like that. I find that's the point where the Cybermen just became, like...
disposable.
Yeah, as the Cyber King, she's just terrible. Like, she just... I can't explain it, really, but she was just... And then... Yeah. So, sorry, that's all I've got.
They look great, kind of, and they could be creepy, like, inside, but when they're outside, they just look like PlayStation 2 video game quality things. I think you heard that all the time online, but it's true.
She's terrible, and correct me if I'm wrong, but she's only there for like the first 20 minutes, isn't she?
I don't know, because I watched it once and I just never wanted to see it again.
I completely forgot about, like, Suki until you brought her up, George, when I was making this list. And I was just like, oh god, she deserves a spot on this list just for the fact that I completely forgot that she existed.
Child acting is not my favourite thing, and this was another case of it. The idea of trapping kids in drawings, yeah, that's decent, but I think the whole execution of the, you know, loneliness, finding another lonely person was just not well done.
I think Farron's addressed a lot about this character, but for me, he's clearly written to be like Donald Trump. Not a Donald Trump fan, just Donald Trump. Basically a verbal punching bag by everybody for just being Donald Trump. And he's such an over-top villain that could be placed into the Batman and Robin movie and won't make a difference.
They look terrible, they do nothing, and they're completely useless. Sorry, but they just do.
What makes me laugh is that he obviously sat down and had a good old time designing what they looked like. They had the cyber collars instead of the head thing, so he just sat there with a sketch pad doing different designs.
Yeah, the master should be the new costume designer. Like, it's just...
They're crap. A bland CGI villain. I didn't really like their motivation. Just, you know, the typical, oh, we'll crack this code and we'll become gods. And then, yeah, I just don't like them. Honestly, I can't go beyond that too much.
Does he count? I mean, he never existed.
He is a villain.
No, but he did. Go back and watch the Power of 3. They say at the end of the episode he's just a hologram.
Power 3 is great. Character driven is brilliant. The cube setup, the setup was great. The third act is dreadful, and it goes down in quality like heavily. And it opens more questions than answers, I would say. Definitely with those plot holes Farron mentioned before the call, and people who's watching this video probably would never know.
You'll never know.
If Cube Man did exist, I think he would just leave and go to CubeCon.
The robots from Dinosaurs on a Spaceship.
Oh, the Mitchell and Webb robots.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but okay.
Mitchell, yeah, because they're voiced by Mitchell and Webb, like David Mitchell, the guys from Peep Show.
Peep Show's good. Peep Show's good. If you want to do a Peep Show video, Sam, we can make on your channel.
There we go. Collab, Peep Show collab. Stay tuned.
Look, here's Super Hands. We can do the music, can't we, Super Hands?
Tell you what, that crack is really Moorish.
Anyway, we're talking about Doctor Who. They're just annoying, which is just the simplest way I can put it. They are just annoying. They're there for no reason. And it's like, why are you here? Celebrity cameo? Wow.
We only just found out a celebrity cameo like 5 seconds ago.
It's still shit. So, I knew they were voiced by some celebrities, because that's the only reason they're there.
This is such a dumb concept.
I am offended. I'm wounded. I love the pilot is my favourite episode.
What, you like it? It's so dumb.
The sentient oil was a great idea. Classic sci-fi concept.
No, sorry, why would an alien civilization create sentient oil? Why would it create sentient ship fuel?
I'm genuinely wounded from your comments, sir. I'm trying to film a video, Phantom. Please leave that clip in of me yelling at my dog.
Alright, okay. And then it just swallows up that Heather girl for some reason. And then it takes her form. And then it chases her. And then it falls in love... No, it chases Bill, sorry. And it falls in love with Bill. And then it crops up and takes Bill to the afterlife. What is it? It doesn't make sense.
I actually think there's a pretty good idea that's inside this character. I like how he can't harm or kill any living thing, no matter how much Krasko wants to, but he's so ignorant and brought up on the wrong beliefs, but is executed very poorly. His whole motivation is racism. Yay. It's very in your face, and he's just a one-dimensional villain. Yeah, and there's just no character development at all. He's a massive letdown, in my opinion.
Phantom, stop! I'm trying to record a video! Number 5, I've got the Cubes, the best villains ever. They're just terrible. Like, they're just completely useless. And, you know what, I don't mind the idea of alien cubes killing people, because that's very Doctor Who. The thing is, where did they come from? When I ask people this, they're always like, oh, the Shakri man. I'm like, the Shakri man didn't exist, he was a hologram. And then they're like, oh yeah. So, where did they come from?
The machine did it, the spaceship did it.
Yeah, suppose the spaceship's the villain then.
But they didn't say in the episode! They did not explicitly say!
Yeah, basically a B-Tech Rachnos.
It's all down to terrible acting and laughable facial expression. Like, remember like the granny holding an axe inside? It's just, what are you doing? They look like Scooby-Doo live-action CGI. And it just looks ridiculous.
I can't remember the female antagonist becomes a Morax. It looks terrible. She looks like an Ewok.
An Ewok? Does she though?
She does. She's got like a really... it just looks like an Ewok when she becomes a Morax.
Weird comparison, not gonna lie.
Okay, I'm even gonna do this now. Hold on, one sec. I'm gonna get one up on my screen for even the viewers to look at.
I'm kind of hoping you're not correct.
Oh my god, no, I am correct. So that is an Ewok.
I love how you're so adamant on this weird comparison.
Yeah, look, okay, so that is the Morax, right? And this is an Ewok. Yeah. Okay, it's similar. Okay, I'm less confident about my comparison now, but it's close enough.
The MORAX again! So, forgettable, bland, weird. Were they like trees or something?
Mud.
Oh, mud. Much better. But seriously, I remember they showed up like properly 10 minutes before the episode ended, and then the Doctor was like, aha, defeated, and they're like, oh no. And then the episode ended, and I was like, wow, that was rushed, but you know, whatever.
But yeah, Tim Shaw was just... He was the first taste we got of the Chibnall era, and at the start I thought he was okay, you know, going around killing men, throwing salad at him. I mean, as soon as he meets the Doctor, and then, you know, she calls him Tim Shaw, which I'm pretty sure is probably racist towards his species.
Our Shrek's video, the Doctors are racist now, confirmed.
Yeah, exactly, the Doctor's a racist, there we go, taking a piss of his name. But yeah, and then after that point he's played for laughs, and then when he comes back at the end of the series, he's just pathetic. He does nothing but give some evil speech.
At the start of The Woman Who Lived, he's actually, I guess he's somewhat intriguing because he's hiding in the bushes and you see his like yellowy eyes.
He starts off life as 2 yellow dots.
And then as the episode like begins, I just burst out laughing every single time of how ridiculous this villain is. And I can't blame anybody who stopped watching, because I know a lot of people stopped watching Doctor Who from Series 9. I should be feared by this creature, not crying of laughter. There's no real tension between him and the Doctor. Like, he, you know, there's fire in his mouth. It doesn't even touch anyone. And he dies for no apparent reason. He just, yeah, good job. Well done.
God. Do I really need to explain myself? No. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it at the beting, and everybody knows. Everybody knows why he's on this list, except for Jack. Sorry, Jack.
I went for Leandro as well for number 3. I was surprised someone else remembered him. Or to be fair, I didn't. I was scrolling through the episodes and then I found him. He seemed like such a last minute idea. He was just suddenly thrown in because, oh, we need a Monster of the Week. And he was just done so terribly. The makeup was not great. Like, it just looked like a shaved lion with long hair. And it was just pathetic.
I gotta say, I was so disappointed. Like, as anyone, like, I say this to Cora, I made a video essay on trailers and why they're great. And my favourite trailer, the last time I was excited for Doctor Who was the Series 9 trailer. And when you see them, I was so hyped.
Oh, I don't like this. The Maya were incredible. They were just criminally underused. Such a cool design. I can't believe how criminally underused this was. It was just great. Yeah, fantastic. I'm going to keep it there for the rest of the video.
Yeah, I told George that there would be some on this list that would surprise him, and I feel like this might have, because it's from Series 7B, and I love Series 7B, so, you know.
That was rubbish. That was where, because, I mean, Matt Smith's performance in that episode, well, in Series 7B as a whole, he just sort of, I found he became gradually a parody of himself. Still enjoyable.
Please note that this is not the shared opinion of all of us. I completely disagree.
I just invite me in and I'm just going to turn tables, mate. That's what I do. Stir in the pot. But I thought people would agree with me on this, to be honest. But it was just a bit of, you know, technical things slapped on the side of Matt Smith's face. And why would the cyber planner, like this, you know, strategic, emotionless being be acting like this? It just doesn't make sense. And Matt Smith's performance as it, like, it's annoying at times. I get he's being taken over by a malevolent being, but it's just annoying. And I think also, you know, I just don't like the episode anyways. That sort of fuels into that hatred of this thing.
Well, there's just 2 that I really want to bring up, because they're not so much honourable mentions as, like, people might expect them to be on this list and they're not on this list for good reasons, and I want to try and defend them. So the first one I want to talk about is the Candyman from a serial called The Happiness Patrol.
I will always defend. That's one of the only classic episodes I've seen, and I will defend the Candyman.
Yeah, like, the Candyman, everybody talks about, like, how shit he is, and I'm like, but it's ridiculous and it's really funny. It's really great. It's really ridiculous.
It fits well into the theme. not the theme. It fits well into the episode, that whole weird dystopian world it builds.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think it's kind of creepy. Like, if a man made out of licorice all sorts chased after me, I'd be terrified. Like, just...
He has a spinny thing on his chest as well. Terrifying. And for some reason his mouth is just painted, like human lips painted blue. That makes it even more terrifying for some reason.
Yeah! And the second one, of course, is the Absorbaloff. You all knew he was going to come up in this video somewhere. I just want to defend the Absorbaloff because everybody says, like, he ruined Love and Monsters. Love and Monsters could have been a great story if it didn't have the Absorbaloff. I completely disagree. I think the Absorbaloff is one of the best concepts in that story. Yeah, and honestly, like, the Absorbaloff is a great concept, and I will forever be, you know, thankful to Mr. Channelpup for bringing him to life.
She is the pinnacle of the most boring and forgettable villains of the entire Doctor Who franchise. Nothing so distinctive about her performance or character. She's just bad. If you have trouble sleeping, guys, just watch any scenes that has Suki in it and you'll be out like that before the scene is over.
You were prepared for that little rant.
George always comes prepared. Specifically Cassandra from New Earth.
Oh no!
Well, you put Heather on there, so...
Yeah, well, because that's crap. Not because... Okay, Cassandra isn't great, but I don't think she's the worst.
End of the world, she's fine. She should have just stopped there. They shouldn't have brought her back. That was a bad decision.
Why? Elaborate.
Because in New Earth, she just has this weird redemption arc that isn't even an arc. It's just terrible. Let me put this into perspective. She travels back in time to tell her, you know, past self, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so beautiful. There is nothing more self-absorbed than that moment, and it's played like it's really emotional, and I'm like, actually, no, she's very self-absorbed here, you know?
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. That was a very weird choice, but I think because she's quite a self-absorbed character, you almost feel like happy for her in a way, because you know she's not going to change her way. Well, okay, I'm not crying like, oh my god, she got what she always wanted, but I just sat there and I didn't mind it too much, really.
I don't feel happy for her. She tried to kill the Doctor.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I wouldn't say she's the worst, though.
In reality, she's not the worst Doctor Who villain, and my ranking isn't in order. But you guys were acting like the number one was my least favourite, and it was just the first one I thought of. So she's not my least favourite Doctor Who villain. If I had to pick one from my list, it would probably be like the Remnants or something. I don't know.
Just sod that thing. Sod it. I mean, I don't mind goofy, light-hearted monsters, because obviously I've just sat there and defended the Absorbaloff, but this was too goofy, and it's played off in the episode to be really serious. I watched a couple of the scenes of that episode, because I'm not watching that episode fully ever again, hopefully.
I never understood that. I never understood why they took the Pating so seriously. Like, from the moment they saw it.
Yeah, because, like, oh my god, this is a really dangerous creature. It's a level something threat in the universe. What, this thing? It's a plushie.
It is a plushie.
Its anatomy pisses me off as well. I mean, I don't mind it eating metal, that's fine. What I don't get how it's able to eat, like, swallow whole, essentially, bits of metal bigger than its body.
It's bigger on the inside.
Sod off, no. And it's able to contain an antimatter explosion inside of itself. This tiny little goblin gremlin thing. It's too unbelievable for me, I'm sorry. Which is something I say a lot for these creatures on my list, but it's just that, and then for what it is, they take it way too seriously.
There we have it, guys. That is our top 10 worst Doctor Who villains of all time. If you want to see a part 2 of this, make sure to tell us in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to Sam's channel as he actually makes really good content and I hugely recommend it to you. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe and we'll see you next time. Peace out. Bye.